here, and we are doing an unboxing today. We got a beautiful bag in, fingers crossed, a beautiful bag in from Babala Bags. That's Babala Bags. They reached out to me and asked me to do a review of one of their bags and to tell my honest opinion. I have not gotten a chance to look at the bag yet. I've only unboxed it as far as trying to get my information off of it. So, we are going to take a moment to go ahead and go through this unboxing. Now, this bag is what I like to call a replica. It is made of high quality, so Babala Bags does a rating system of like how nearly perfect it is to the authentic item. So this one is considered to be a top shelf, which means that it should be almost impossible to dupe. We're gonna see about that. I got my real LV here. I got my wallet and I got my bag. This does have leather, and then I also have, nope, not that one. I don't want that one. I also have my leather hang tag here, which I should be able to test the leather as well, see how that fills out. But we're going to compare it and see what our thoughts are. Alrighty, so let's get started here. Wait, look how they package this in here, y'all. Look how this is in here. Like, this is literally cut to the box. Like, legit cut to the box. So I'm gonna try to slide it out and let's work backwards. Okay, so it is a Louis Vuitton box. The box material feels very similar to the boxes that I've gotten in the past from Louis Vuitton. It doesn't have a smell to it. I was concerned that it might have a smell, but it does not have a smell. This, oops. So this box does look like all the other Louis Vuitton boxes I have. The quality feels very similar. The texture feels similar. I know that Louis Vuitton is no longer doing the magnetic closure on the boxes, so this would be similar to an older style box. And as you can see, because this did come from another country, and it did take a while to get here through customs and all that stuff, the box does have some wear and tear and some slight damages. So me personally, I would not keep the box just because of how bad the shape looks from transit, but let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. Okay, first glance, inside of the box looks very similar to the Louis Vuitton boxes that we normally receive. So I'm gonna put that to the side. But this here has some Louis Vuitton wrapping paper. The wrapping paper is cute. The LV logo looks very clean. You know, sometimes you can see blurring along the lines. I don't see no blurring along the lines. So let's go ahead and slide this off. So it came with this. It's in French, so I was trying to see if I could understand it, but not really. It did come with the ribbon. The ribbon does feel similar to Louis Vuitton, except for I think Louis Vuitton's ribbon is a little bit thicker and it's a little bit wider. And it did come with like a receipt, but there's nothing in here. No name, no nothing, so that was interesting. So yeah, this just had basic information, nothing too crucial. This here, I think this is Louis Vuitton care tag. So this does say it is cowhide leather trimmed. And this looks like a care booklet as well. So it does come in a dust bag. It does have a sticker how Louis Vuitton does, but it does not look like the actual sticker, so that's unique. The dust bag does feel really nice. It feels actually a little bit nicer than my Louis Vuitton. So this is a Louis Vuitton dust bag. This is the one that they gave me. This one here feels a little bit thicker, and the overlay, heat press, whatever you want to call it, ink, screen print, whatever, This one here is a lot darker than this one here. So keep that in mind. But the bag does feel nice. It actually, like I said, it does feel nicer than my actual Louis Vuitton dust bag. So in here, we do have the Louis Vuitton. I believe this is a Speedy 30 Dark. I think this is a Speedy 30 Dark. So it did come in a nice protective bag to keep it protected while it travels. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's get some of this removed. Okay, let's see. On first glance, the Babylon bag canvas is a little bit softer than traditional LV. The texture feels almost identical. Like I'm feeling the graining of the actual coated canvas and the texture feels identical. The leather feels identical. That's a good thing. Let's check out the hardware. Ooh, geez, they put this on tight. They got this like saran wrapped. Ooh, man, almost broke a nail, y'all. How do I get this off of here? Look, where's my scissors at? Okay, I'm back. Let's try to get this off. They did this a really good packaging because, like I said, I couldn't even get that off. Okay, hardware to hardware. The rings are almost identical. This one's a little bit more rounded at the end, but they both feel substantial. Looking at the stitching, stitching looks good. Stitching looks really good. Now this one with the dark, I believe it does come with a key tag or a luggage tag and a chain, if I'm not mistaken. Get rid of that. So yeah, the hardware looks good there. They gave this hardware, it came with these little like silicone covers on it to keep it protected. And I want to see how they look compared to my actual Louis Vuitton hardware. So let's take one off. Oh wow, these actually look almost identical. Now I'm gonna try to show you here. If you look here, how this zipper pull is slightly different because the holes are gonna overlap to where you can lock the bag, where this one does not have holes to lock the bag. So the zipper pull actually has a rounded end, so that way it can lean to the front or the back of the bag. So that's one difference I noticed. Actual zipper quality, the zippers look pretty much the same. I'm not gonna hold you, they look really good. Let's go ahead and take the rest of this padding off. They wrap this thing so good, y'all. When I tell you every single hardware, every single piece of leather is completely covered, I'm like, Jesus. Now, I don't have a Louis Vuitton with a handle because my City Keep All is handleless. So I can't compare handle to handle, but I can tell you how I like the leather on this handle once I get it fully unwrapped. Okay, so this leather does feel good. It does feel like cowhide. It does not feel like polyurethane. You know how they do a lot of bags now with polyurethane? This must be the front of the bag because look how the Louis Vuitton is. Now, one thing I will notice is typically with most Louis Vuitton bags, the LV is always going to go down the front center of the bag. So that's typically one of the biggest things. Louis Vuitton always does the LV in the center. And just looking at how this is going downwards and this is coming up the back, that tells me that this is the front. And look what's in the center. It's the flower. So that is something to notice. You might get clocked on that because, like I said, traditionally LV does go down the center of the bag, not off to the side. So that was one thing I just pointed out. They gave us all of our hardware and everything on the inside, so that's good. And, ooh, I think I like this, you guys. Look at this. They have a big old pillow in here. You know I like to keep my bags stuffed when I'm not using them. Now, the question is how I'm going to get this pillow out without popping it. Ooh, Jesus. Oh. Sorry, y'all. That scared me. So I did get the pillow out without popping it. I don't know how I'm going to get that back in because that was a lot. And so it does come with the shoulder strap. The shoulder strap is made of that same leather that the handles are made out of. And that leather does feel good, like I said. It does feel quality. Like I said, they got this hardware super secured. I'm like, man, I cannot put this junk off. I have to literally cut it. Oh, come on, y'all. Babble up. Y'all secured this, man. It does have the Louis Vuitton embossing on, or engraving, I should say, on the hardware. It's a little lighter than what I would like. I would like it to be a little bit more gaudier, but can't complain. And like I mentioned earlier, this is the same leather that the handles are made out of, and that leather does feel like good, genuine cowhide leather. Let's see here. So this is what it's gonna look like on there. It is that nice slouchy look because it is that coated canvas. Now, this is a really good dupe. I'm not even gonna hold you because the inside is cowhide leather. It's not polyurethane. So just like the dark Speedies, the inside is that cowhide. And like I said, this has to be the front of the bag because of how the LVs go down. And if you look here, it does have the pocket on the back, the zipper pocket. And that is leather as well. For this bag to be leather and canvas, it does not feel too heavy. I'm looking at the stitching along the zipper. Oops. So another thing I noticed is the stitching along the zipper is going to be folded over canvas versus how traditionally it's cut here and then it's glazed. You don't have to worry about that there. So I kind of like that for durability. Let's see what's in this bag here. This is the tassel that comes with the bag. So this tassel is cute. Let me show y'all here. This tassel is really cute. It does smell like leather, so that's a good thing. They didn't do a good job at cutting these tassels. I just have to tear a couple of them, but it is cute. Let's go ahead and put this on the front. And what else do we have in here? We have our luggage tag. Now, this is a men's luggage tag, so I don't know if they are typically like this, but this is what the luggage tag from LV looks like. This is what the luggage tag looks like on this bag. I have not seen the luggage tag in person of what the size should be, but if it is matching apples to apples and oranges to oranges, I think that this one is a lot smaller. But like I said, I'm not 100% sure if this is what the size is supposed to look like. Another thing with LV luggage tags is they have this weird type of system where there's another loop and you have to loop it through. If y'all can see here, you have to loop it through and loop it back. And they did include that additional loop with the loop it back there. So we will try to attach that. They did also include the chain. The chain is very sparkly. It's cute. The back side of it, you can see all these little indentations. I'm not a fan of that because what if my chain, see how this rotates? What if it flips around and now this back side is exposed and it doesn't look like the front should? So I'm not a big fan of that, but this chain is heavy. It is a heavy chain. I don't know if this is zinc or what this is made out of, but it is pretty heavy. So let's hook this onto here. Yeah, see? See what I'm talking about? See how it already flipped back over? So I don't know if I'm gonna like that. That's something to keep in mind, guys, if you guys decide to buy this bag. I'm going to also put right here on the screen what the prices of the bag as today, just because I don't know if Babala bags change their pricing up often. I don't know if they go up or go down, anything like that. So I don't want to say it in the video so y'all don't hold me accountable to it. I'm just going to put it on the screen, and I'm going to put a little asterisk saying it's as of today. So they did give us, looks like it's a functioning lock for the bag. So it looks like they did give us a functioning lock. So let's take a look here. The lock does work, so that is cute. I do notice that the lock has a number on it, and that number matches the key. So I'm guessing if you ever lose your lock, you would just reach out to Babala, I'm guessing, don't quote me, to get a replacement key or replacement lock. But overall, I would say that this bag is super cute. I would say that the quality feels superb. Besides a couple little things that I did notice, I would not have, if on first glance, thought that this was a replica bag. I would have thought it was authentic just because of, like I said, how the canvas feel, how the leather feel, how it looks. I would not have just automatically noticed that or thought of that. Let me see, I think I want to move this. So let's move this over. How about we move it to here? And let's see, how about we do it like this? And like this. So this is what she looks like on. Like I said, very slouchy. It's definitely giving soft speedy. It's definitely comfortable. Like I said, the canvas does feel really good. If you guys would like me to do a second video on this, or if you have any questions or you want me to do what all can fit in here, let me know in the comments below. And if you like this high quality bag, like I like this high quality bag, check out babalabags.co. Like I said, I'm going to put the link in the description below, and I'll put the link to this exact bag as well. Make sure you do use my discount code if you're looking to save on your purchase. It is valid on all items. So everything that's on the site, that's bags, shoes, accessories, watches, wallets, belts, you name it, they got it. They have all different designers. I chose to do LV because I actually own LV items, and I wanted to see how does this quality stand up to this. And once again, like I said, this canvas feels amazing. The leather feels amazing. The hardware feels good and strong. I actually prefer this leather over the leather of my actual LV, which is weird. But yeah, I absolutely love this. So thank you guys for taking your time out today to watch my unboxing. And I look forward to chatting with you in the future. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And if you're not already following me on social media, make sure you check out my TikTok, because I do post more frequently on TikTok than I do here on YouTube. I love my bag community. I love you guys, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.